12 fascinating things you never knew about the Caribbean. There are more than 7,000 islands in the Caribbean. They are spread out over many different countries. Each island has its own rich history and interesting culture. It starts in the far north of South America and goes all the way to the top of North America and Mexico. It is a popular tourist spot because its beaches are lined with palm trees and its land is full of busy cities. Whether you're thinking of going to Cuba or Barbados, it's easy to get caught up in the laid-back vibe of the island. Let us know 12 fascinating facts we bet you didn't know about the Caribbean. 12. First commercial rum was sold in the Caribbean islands. The Caribbean has a long history of rum. For centuries, the islands of the Caribbean have been home to sugarcane plantations, and rum has been produced as a byproduct of the sugar production process. Rum first became commercially available in the Caribbean in the early 1600s, and it quickly became popular among sailors and pirates who frequented the region. In 1655, the English took control of Jamaica from the Spanish, and they began to produce rum on a large scale. Rum was cheaper than other alcoholic beverages at this time, so it quickly became the drink of choice for many people in the Caribbean. By the 1800s, rum was being exported from the Caribbean to North America and Europe, where it became increasingly popular. 11. Moruga Scorpion chili pepper is one of the hottest peppers in the world. The tiny Caribbean country of Trinidad and Tobago is home to one of the hottest peppers in the world. The pepper, called the Moruga Scorpion, was first grown in the village of Moruga in Trinidad. It wasn't until 2012 that the pepper was officially recognized as the world's hottest after it was tested by New Mexico State University. The Moruga Scorpion measures an average of 2 inches or 5 centimeters long and 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters wide. But don't let its size fool you. This pepper packs a powerful punch. Its heat level ranges from 1.2 million to 2 million Scoville heat units, SHU, which is significantly hotter than even the notoriously spicy habanero pepper, which tops out at around 350,000 SHU. In fact, just 0.1 grams of Moruga Scorpion extract is enough to make 500 cans of chili sauce feel fiery hot. 10. The name Caribbean comes from the region's indigenous tribes. The Caribbean region is named after the indigenous tribes that lived there prior to European colonization. It is derived from the name Carib tribe. Some historians believe that the name Carib was given to the indigenous people by Christopher Columbus, who mistook them for Native Americans. However, others claim that the name predates Columbus and was used by other cultures to describe the peoples of the Caribbean. Whatever its origins, the name Caribbean or Caribbean is now inextricably linked with the history and culture of this unique corner of the world. 9. Goat water is the national dish of Montserrat. The term goat water is actually a reference to a very popular dish in Montserrat. Goat water is essentially a soup or stew made with goat meat. The dish is so prevalent on the island that it has been declared the official national dish of Montserrat. There are many different recipes for goat water, but the basic ingredients usually include goat meat, potatoes, carrots, onions, celery, garlic, and herbs. The soup is typically seasoned with curry powder and other spices. Goat water is often served with dumplings or bread. So why is this dish so popular in Montserrat? Well, for one thing, goats are ubiquitous on the island. They can be found roaming freely in the streets and hillsides. 8. There are twice as many business as people in Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands is an archipelago of 3 islands in the Caribbean Sea. The island nation is a British overseas territory with a population of just over 60,000 people. Despite its small population, Cayman Islands is home to more than 100,000 businesses. This may seem like a lot of businesses for such a small population, but there is more to the story. It is because the island nation offers very attractive tax benefits for businesses. Cayman Islands has no personal income tax, corporate income tax, capital gains tax, or value-added tax. This makes it a very attractive destination for businesses looking to minimize their taxes. 7. There are many tall mountains in the Caribbean islands. There is more to the Caribbean islands than its beaches. You will be amazed to know that there are many tall mountains in the islands. These mountains provide a great escape for those who want to enjoy a breathtaking view. Mountains in the Caribbean includes Mount St. Lucia in St. Lucia, which is over 3,700 feet tall, Pico Duarte in the Dominican Republic, which is over 10,000 feet tall, and Blue Mountain Peak in Jamaica, which is over 7,400 feet tall. 6. The island of Saba features the shortest commercial runways in the world. The island of Saba in the Caribbean is home to one of the shortest commercial runways in the world. The runway measures just 1,312 feet long, which is less than half the length of a football field. Despite its short length, the runway is able to accommodate small planes and helicopters that bring tourists to the island. The island's airport, known as Juancho y Ruaskin Airport, is located on a cliffside and has breathtaking views of the Caribbean Sea. The airport is also notable for being one of the few airports in the world where landing lights are not required because there are no trees or other obstructions on approach. 5. The concept of zombies comes from Haitian voodoo culture. The concept of zombies originated in Haiti, where members of the Afro-Caribbean religion known as voodoo believe in them. The word zombie comes from the Haitian Creole word zombie. A zombie is a corpse that has been brought back to life by a voodoo priest or witch doctor. Zombies are said to be under the control of the person who resurrected them and are often used as slaves. 4. Ian Fleming wrote the James Bond books in Jamaica. Ian Fleming wrote the James Bond books and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the magical car, at his Jamaican estate, which he called Goldeneye. Fleming wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the magical car as well. After World War II ended, Fleming moved to the island. 3. The Bahamas make up for 700 islands in the Caribbean islands. The Bahamas is an archipelago consisting of roughly 700 islands out of the 7,000 islands consisting of the Caribbean islands. The Bahamas also has 2,400 islets and reefs. The largest island is Andros Island. The 24 main islands have a total land area of 5,382.6 square miles. That's 13,940 square kilometers. The island chain extends 320 miles or 515 kilometers from north to south, but only about 12 miles or 19 kilometers from east to west at its widest point. 2. There are 22 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Caribbean islands. The Caribbean is a fascinating region of the world and one that is often overlooked when it comes to UNESCO World Heritage Sites. There are 22 sites in total spread across the islands, and each one has its own unique story to tell. One of the most well-known sites is the Sanctuary of El Capitan, which was declared a World Heritage Site in 1983. This 16th century fortress sits on an island just off the coast of Panama and was used as a base by pirates during the golden age of piracy. Today, it is a popular tourist destination and visitors can explore the old fortifications and learn about its history. 1. English is one of the most spoken languages in the Caribbean islands. The Caribbean islands are home to a wide variety of languages, but English is by far the most spoken language on the islands. This is due to the region's history as a British colony. Many of the islands were heavily populated by slaves who were brought over from Africa, and English was the language of their oppressors. As such, it became the lingua franca of the region and has remained so even after independence. Interestingly, while English is the dominant language in the Caribbean today, it is not actually native to the region. The first English-speaking settlers only arrived in the 1600s, centuries after many other languages had already established themselves on the islands. Nevertheless, English has quickly become entrenched as the primary language of communication between different groups on the islands. The Caribbean islands is one of the best places to go on vacation because it has so many sunny beaches and a tropical climate. On the other hand, as these interesting facts have shown, there is a lot more to the islands than this. So, do you know more about the Caribbean now that you know these crazy facts? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This is Learning Canteen.